Hey everyone, Jen McCarthy here, coming to you again straight from my living room, which is another favorite spot for me to share my thoughts about everything that's going on. Today, this video is brought to you by the emotion of funk. How's that? Not the other F word, this F word, funk. So everyone gets in a funk sometimes, you know what I mean? When you're like, oh, why am I doing this? This is like so hard. Or, ugh, I just don't want to keep doing the routine. Or you maybe have been doing the routine for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or maybe even 90 days and you're like, I need a change. That's cool. I'm in a funk right now and I'm working my ass off to get out of this funk. And it has been far too long. It's been up and down like this for a few days now. And why I'm in a funk right now is because we have 3 tiny homes in the shop, as you know, but we have one that's coming up to completion. And I always, well, it's kind of a stressful time. It's a time where we actually should have bumped the possession. We scheduled it's scheduled out very normal, but it allowed quite a bit of time. I usually find in construction that things drag a little bit. So knowing that there's this little kind of thing that we do in construction where we say this is the date and then we bump it a week or two. Well, I don't do that because I like to just plan and expect what to get. And then at the end, I'm usually rushing. To be honest, we're pretty much on schedule and everything is coming out fine. It just means that there's a little more action that needs to be taken. So yesterday, as I'm talking to my amazing coach, I was telling him, he's like, what is going on with you? He's like, I can feel your vibe through Skype. I'm like, I just have so many things. He goes, you need to get out of that. Every second that you are spending on day-to-day activities and not big picture income earning or income generating activities as a business owner, you are screwing yourself. Delegate that shit. He goes, why are you even doing it? And it was kind of like a light bulb went off. So I've talked before about living in quadrant 2, and that's Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I thought, oh my God, I'm totally living in quadrant 3 or 4. So I went home. I left the office and I came home and I sat down and I thought, what do I need to do to get through this? We have 2 more in the shop and more on the way. So let's figure this out right now. The process has been really great up to this point. We've gone through it with the team and we've had some starts. We've worked through those. So now everyone kind of knows what to expect and what needs to happen in that beginning part. But guess what? I spent no time with the team as to what needs to happen in these steps upon completion. I didn't even tell anyone. I spent 0 time with the team to tell them that, hey, we're going to be hauling this thing out. We got to call the towing company. We got to find a location where we can take amazing pictures because all of our marketing is based around this for the entire year. We need some amazing videos because this is the main source of advertising and marketing for us. And we need to spend 3 days doing this whole process. And then guess what? The client's going to be here on Monday. Yeah, I didn't tell anyone that. So it's all up in my head. And here I am thinking, I got to do it. 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 Hold the phone, people. I don't have to do it. I've hired a team to do this for me. So what yesterday afternoon looked like was me sitting on my deck, some Think and Grow Rich on in the background. That's an audiobook, just in case you don't know. It's one that you should really get if you haven't yet from following me. And basically just went through the procedure, typed it out, policy and procedure, type. And I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but this is what I now need to focus on with the team. So today going forward, I'm not going to get to the shop and look at all the fires that are put out or that need to be put out. I'm going to go and I'm going to show them the steps that need to be done and then make sure that we're very clear about these things that I need to be involved in and the things that I don't need to be involved in. So that's basically where we're at. I ask you today in your daily life, because I understand that some of you aren't business owners and some of you aren't entrepreneurs. So you can apply this in many different areas. If you are, whatever it is, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis that you don't need to do? I know that I was in the spin cycle often, even when I wasn't an entrepreneur. And I would get into this where we had, again, show homes that needed to be done. And I'd get in the spin of, oh my God, this isn't done, this isn't done, this isn't done. And it's not a good vibration to be in. So as my coach said, do whatever you need to do to get yourself out of that vibration, that negative, crazy vibe. He said, go to the gym. Again, I understand if you're working for someone else, maybe you can't, but go outside and sit in the sun and have a coffee. Actually, my someone very dear to me, he said that he actually takes his cup of coffee and goes and sits in the sun beside the coffee shop down the street. And I never knew he did that. And that's awesome. Go outside, sit in the sun, get out of that vibe. Call someone that always makes you happy. Interestingly enough, yesterday, Dinah, our sales associate, she showed up just as I was leaving. And in hindsight, I probably should have stayed with her because she always, talking to her, I always leave the call in a very high vibration. And I love that. So I'm going to give her a call today. But whatever you need to do to get yourself out of that low feeling, whatever it is, the goal here is understanding that you're always going to hit these lows, but you want to get out of them within an hour. Being in it for a day or 2 or 3 or a week is not okay. Hit that blip, be in it for an hour, half an hour, 15 minutes, but get yourself the hell out of it as soon as physically possible so that you can move on and continue to attract these positive things. So with that, a little bit of a rant today, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed it and get yourself vibing high because I'm going to. So if you want to too, then come on, let's do it. Let's do it together. See you guys soon. Bye.